Hey, let's talk about tramp stamps. Tattoos. Most of us have them nowadays. And some tattoos age well, while others not so well. You know what I mean? So you better give it some thought. Or you'll end up like this granny, like little Timmy. You better eat your motherfucking cookies. You wanna get shanked, boy? Some are idiotic, like people who tattoo fuck you on their middle finger like Avril Lavigne has. That's kinda redundant, isn't it? I think your middle finger is like, yeah, I got that message covered. Thanks. You know what I mean? It's like having a tattoo of your dick on your dick. Like this tattoo of a dick onto itself. Why not instead tattoo some shit that's at least interesting? Just tattoo "God bless you, child" on your middle finger and then confuse the shit out of people for the rest of your remaining days. Cause they won't know what to say. Cause it'll make them mad, right? Like, is that kid flipping me off? But then again, I don't disagree with his message, right? I want God to bless me, so they can get mad, right? Cause "God bless you, child" hasn't meant fuck you since the Catholic Church was caught doing it to kids. Other tattoos are idiotically placed, like this one for instance. This guy figured out a way to show that he's both smart and stupid at the same time without saying a single word. Good thing that table's periodic, cause the sex he'll be having sure as hell won't be. But today, I'm here to tell you a story about a delightful tramp stamp. So a buddy of mine had a kid not too long ago, and I was invited to the baptism. And it was held at this cool events place, like summertime. It looked fancy, swimming pool outside, kids running around and shit, you know the type. Someone tells me there's gonna be fairies. What? Fairies, like actresses dressed as fairies to entertain the kids. Cool. Later on that afternoon, I'm outside with this other dude, like smoking a joint. This car pulls up not 15 meters from us. 3 girls come out. Now, I think they were strippers. I say that cause they were dressed like strippers. I mean, this was no fashion statement. I'm talking about fishnet leggings, t-shirts scissored halfway through the tits, makeup like somebody face smashed them with a watercolor set, bumblebee glasses, the whole shebang. But very hot. 2 of them even pretty, I'd say. So they start undressing right there in the parking lot, ferrying the fuck up. Each of their dresses were a different color, like the 3 fairy tale godmothers, you know, fulfilling your wishes, if what you wished for was big ass titties. It looked to me like they had this like 6 p.m. ferry gig, and at 8 p.m. they were heading to the strip club. A fairy by day, stripper by night situation, like Batman, but with a lot more pole sliding, obviously.
The bat pulse.
So what the fuck do? You look. Of course we looked. The not so pretty one spots us and turns around with this mad face. I'm talking steaming, like no words were exchanged, but she was like fucking off to like. I'm like, this girl got issues. I know who this girl's father is, but I bet she doesn't either. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck are you giving me that look for? There's a back room and bathrooms inside. You were the ones who chose to strip down to your G-string in the parking lot. So I put my smirky smile on and kept looking. She turns around and tells her friends. Now they all give me this look like I'm a piece of shit. Listen ladies, there is such a thing as context. You're at the beach, I'll glimpse over, sure, but I won't stare. But naked in the parking lot, men are gonna stare. Fuck rights, this has nothing to do with equal rights. If I go to the circus and I see an elephant, I'm like cool. But if I walk out of my apartment building and I see an elephant walking down the street and I'm not in Rio, I'm gonna follow that big boy till he disappears into the distance. Fucking elbowing people and shit like you're seeing this too, dude? I ain't crazy, right? So I was looking back at them like, what? You're the ones who are naked and y'all look like you had more partners than YouTube. So the crazy one turns around and starts speeding up the fairy transformation. And then I spot it, full on, middle of her lowest of her lower back, tramp stamp saying, only God can judge me. Now things make sense. Of course this is how she acts. First of all, it's stupid. There's literally a job called judge, and he'll sure as hell do the judging if you end up in front of him. Second, everybody judges. Fuck your basic general Tumblr posts. You judge people the second you see them, the second they open their mouths. That's why they say make a good first impression, because people judge so quickly, right? Girls, you know how when you're dolled up, but you end up walking in a semi-shady neighborhood, and further down the sidewalk you spot like a group of guys that you have to pass by to get to where the fuck you're going, right? What do? You zip up your jacket to cover your cleavage, and then you pass by looking as straight-faced as possible. Is that even a thing? Why? Because you know they might say something, and a lot of them do, but definitely not all of them. But you do feel that tension every time till the coast is clear, right? Well, that tension is you judging those dudes based on the shady neighborhood they live in. It's called self-preservation, man. We judge for sex, we judge for our friends, we judge for the hell of it. So stop acting like y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? So of course, the puzzle starts to fill in. Men and women who never learn how to handle themselves always get defensive tattoos like only God can judge me. You know, the hurt girl who knows she's perfect because she repeated that to herself in the mirror a million times instead of learning how to deal with people and carry herself within the context of why the fuck she's judged. Now, I'm not saying I judge her for what she does for a living, even if she was a hooker, but how she handles herself. Listen, dude, I do all the work I do for literally $82 a month. At the moment, hint hint. So life's hard, man. You do what the fuck you gotta do to survive. I would never bash someone for doing honest work, and especially the oldest job in the world. But throwing this poltergeist fit when she saw us there in the parking lot as she was sparking, then God bless you, child. So the tattoo fits. Life was hard, the crazy one was hot but not pretty. Add that to the stripper probability, and there you go. She was being defensive towards society, telling her constantly that she did what she did or that she looked the way she looked, and she came up with this tattoo. And this is the sweet part, she put it literally where people would judge her more if they see it. At least own it if you truly believe in what your tattoo says, and don't give a shit that we looked. You made the decision to change in front of us. Now you're giving me this spit face, right? Only God can judge me. Ironic, because the way she looked, God gave up on her many boyfriends punches ago. Man, like I said, context is everything, and the context of what your tattoo implies and where you place it is as relevant as the tattoo itself. You want to put it somewhere else? Sure, okay. It might be basic, it might be stupid, but who gives a shit? I'm sure a lot of people think what mine says is stupid. But this deep shit above your ass, like this girl. Never mind mentions of God, this chick put a whole verse of the New Testament on her ass. Cause that's what I want to think about when we're doing a doggy, you know? How deep she is as a person. I don't want to come on scripture, dude. Look, all I'm saying is you tattoo only God can judge me on the middle of your lower back. Then you might as well tattoo only 5s and 10s. Because how is that not a stripper tattoo? Hey, thanks for watching, guys. Give out a share to show some love, yeah? Peace.